Hi, my name is Jagdish Gari. I am from Department of Naval Architecture and Offshore Engineering Department. So, my qualifications are BE Mechanical and MTech in Naval Architecture and Marine Engineering. I am working as an assistant professor in Ahmed University. So, today our topic is on wave mechanics. So, it's recently it was taken, it's the most important subject because the study of waves is been a very helpful for that people who are who want to do industries or coastal recreation activities or deep water surveillance. So, my topic is on breaking of waves. So, generally how does a wave breaking occurs? So, you can see that following figure in this it describes the nature of modification of the wave profile as the wave propagates from offshore to the coast. So, when the wave is going from the offshore to the coast, the profile of the wave changes according to the conditions. So, the conditions will be like different types, those are deep water conditions and shallow water conditions. So, it varies upon the depth of the seabed, the distance between from the still water line to the seabed. So, depending upon that depth, the profile will be changing. So, coming to our figure, so that figure shows you that so it is observed that wave profile is symmetrical in deep water conditions. So, it is why it is symmetrical, because the depth is very high compared to the shoreline. So, the wave profile will be symmetrical. So, we have taken it as a profile A, and coming to the next profile, it is profile B, in which the wave goes from the deep water to the coastal line, in terms of the shallow water. So, here the profile changes. So, because the depth will be varying, so depth will be decreasing. So, the wave profile will be unsymmetrical. So, coming to the next one, so further it goes to the beach side or the coastal side, coast beach. So, the depth of the seabed and the still water line will be reduced. So, what will happen is the wave profile will be decreasing, and so the wave profile will form in a steeper. So, during that steeper it hits the coast side and it will break the wave. So, that is known as breaking of wave. So, this is the breaking of wave. So, what happens, what are the conditions that affects the breaking of wave? So, generally there will be few conditions. So, what is like ocean, when the ocean wave breaks, so what will happen? It dissipates the energy like by basing some conditions. So, water will be having some different conditions. So, the important conditions we have to remember is like horizontal water particle displacement and vertical water particle displacement, and another one is horizontal water particle velocity, vertical water particle velocity, and the last one is horizontal water particle acceleration and vertical water particle acceleration. So, in that the main two important terms which you are going to take is horizontal water particle velocity and vertical water particle acceleration. So, here when the horizontal water particle velocity it's like it will be having more, it will be having high velocity at the crest side. So, it increases the velocity of the wave. It can also be considered as a severity of the wave or also be known as wave speed. When that velocity increases, so it exceeds the wave profile. So, what will happen is it will exceed the celerity of wave, such that that is one of the conditions to make you the wave breaking, and another condition is horizontal is completed. So, vertical water particle acceleration, when it is greater than the acceleration due to gravity. So, generally we know the acceleration due to gravity. So, when it is acting upon the wave, so due to that acceleration due to gravity, the property of water will comes down, it will pull down. So, when it exceeds that acceleration exceeds that gravity, so water will exceeds and it plunges on the beach coast. So, this is one of the condition, and another condition is when the wave height is greater than 0.78 hb. So, here that is wave height is termed as capital H, and the small hb is considered as, this is the distance between still water line to the water depth, that is considered as h small hb. So, coming to the last one, with the wave steepness, due to the wave steepness there will be one ratio called h by L ratio. Due to that h by L ratio, the wave steepness will be depend. So, under some conditions we will decide that wave steepness. One is deep water conditions and another one is shallow water conditions. So, when that h by L ratio is greater than or equal to 1 by 7, it will be taken for deep water conditions. When that h by L ratio is greater than equal to 1 by 7 tan h kh, that will be termed as shallow water condition. So, this corresponds to the crest level of getting an angle of 120 degrees. So, I mean it will be below the 120 degree such that you can the wave profile, I mean the stiffness will be like trichoidal angle. So, the following figure which you shows is you can see that the wave steepness. So, that sinusoidal wave will be having like a curvature shape over the crest side, but coming to the below picture you can say there is a like steep wave, like sharp edge on that top of the wave profile. So, due to this wave steepness it will get it gets an angle of about 120 degrees and remaining size will be like 30. So, total it will be like 180 degrees. So, due to that wave steepness you can see that profile shape and it is termed as a trichoidal wave. So, here we have some conditions before we said that regarding breaking wave. So, here the wave breaking condition is we know that we have taken in shallow water, right. So, here h by L ratio. So, h by L ratio is equal to 1.7 tan h kh. So, we have taken that. So, in shallow water we have taken that condition. So, we have sometimes we have to remove the higher order derivative. So, here what we are taking is, so we are taking as tan h equal to unity, I mean equal to 1. So, here then the h by L ratio will be equal to 1 by 7 kh. So, we know that the kh term is known as wave number. So, wave number equal to 2 pi by L. So, pi is we know that pi value is 3.14. So, the L is known as wavelength of the water wave or water profile, and here when you differentiate this both terms. So, what we have to get is capital H by H ratio. So, capital H is known as wave height and small h which I termed before, it is the depth between the still water line to the seabed. So, that is h, small h. So, we have to achieve the h by h, capital H by h ratio. So, for that we have to alter the terms from left side to right side and from right side to left side. So, h by L is equal to 1.7 kh will become capital H by h equal to 1 by 7 k. So, we know that we know the term L by 7 k, we know that k is wave number. So, k we will introduce that k value in here. So, k value is 2 pi by L. So, after introducing that value, the terms which L's are there like numerator and denominator will be get cancelled. So, what the terms will be having is 2 pi by 7. So, the pi value is 3.14. So, calculate this 2 into 3.14 by 7. So, we will get as 6.28 such that by 7. So, what the value we get is 0.81. So, capital H by H, small h is equal to 0.89, that is the value we got. So, generally the adaptation criteria is that it is the ratio of the capital H. What is the capital H value? It is the wavelength at the time of breaking to the corresponding wave depth will be equal to 0.78, which was earlier discussed. So, what we have taken that value, this is one of the conditions which you are taken in wave breaking. So, what is the condition? The wave height should be equal to 0.78 hb. So, this is the one of the term which we are taking as a conditions here. So, due to this condition the wave breaking will generally occurs. So, generally the wave breaking is classified into 4 terms. So, there will be different types of wave breakings. Those are spilling breaker, plunging breaker, third one is surging breaker and fourth one is collapsing breaker. To identify, we have to identify that which type of water breaking, breaking of waves will generally takes on the coast side. So, we generally do not know. So, for that we have the mathematicians or the research scholars which are working on that wave mechanics or marine hydrodynamics, they introduced one term which is known as surf similarity parameter or Irabin number. So, to identify the type of wave we are using this Irabin number or surf similarity parameter. So, coming to the European number, it is a dimensionless number. So, for what purpose we are using is to model the effects of free surface gravity waves on the coastal and as well as the beach side. So, so due to that we can know that due to the waves, I mean due to the gravity waves, what was the effects on the coastal side will be happening, we can know by using this surf similar parameter. So, surf similar parameter, I mean surf similarity parameter. So, it is denoted by the Greek word epsilon b. So, we can there is a formula for definite formula for that. So, surf similarity parameter is equal to tan beta by root over Hb by L. So, we know that epsilon b is the wave similarity parameter. Coming to the beta, so beta is equal to the beach slope. So, we have the beach slope, right. So, there will be like it will be like uneven shape. So, that will be taken as beach slope, the slope. And coming to the Hb value, we know that wave height at the time of breaking, and L is wavelength. I mean during that water when in the deep water, right. So, we will taken as LB as deep water wavelength. So, coming to the spilling breaker. So, spilling breaker, the name itself you can differentiate it the term. So, it is not a technical term. So, it is like a general term. If you go to the beach, you can see that you can easily identify this spilling breaker, wave breaking or breaking of water. So, spilling breaking of water is, it occurs where it generally occurs. So, where there is a gradual mild slope is there the spilling, I mean due to that slope, I mean mild slope bathymetry, the spilling breaker will generally form. So, low steepness waves on mild slopes which will break on the shore, I mean mild slope, right, by continuously spilling water on face side. So, it generally occurs the spilling breaker. So, here the breaking is gradual. So, you can see this figure over there. It is like the H by L ratio, which it is very low. So, here the wave breaker I mean it goes very smoothly, and it falls on the it will falls on the mild slope, and it will spill upon itself. So, here you can find the spilling breaker. So, here we are generally discussing about parameter which is known as surf similarity parameter. So, the ratio is less than 0.4 or 0.04. We can differentiate, we can we can tell for this. So, over there you can see the actual actual figure which was taken from the beach, and this one is the pictorial representation of the beach. So, by combining, I mean this is for a better understanding. So, if you want to perform in the exam, you have to do, I mean to write in exam. So, for easy pictorial representation you can go for the second one. So, if you go for the first figure, you can see that spilling breaker. So, when the spilling breaker is occurring, right, so it is like it is having low H by L ratio, such that what is happening. So, it is going on the mild slope, such that the water tumbles upon the front on itself only, I mean on the face of the wave profile, such that it will spill it on itself. So, it will create a white foam. So, generally it can also be called as white water. Generally, if you go to beach, you can find this spilling breaker. It will create the large amount of foam water. So, that is known as white water. Generally, we think that water will be like in white, like bubble formation will be forming. So, it is due to the spilling breaker. So, that is the concept of the spilling breaker. So, coming to our plunging breaker, the second topic is on plunging breaker. So, in plunging breaker, here the waves, due to the abrupt transition from the deep side to the shallow water. So, the wave profile goes from the deep water to the shallow water, such that it will be, there is an abrupt transformation of energy. So, here what will happen is, the base of the water will decelerate rapidly. So, the base will be decelerate rapidly, such that the water from the base will goes to the like the crest of the wave profile, such that the wave profile, the crest side will achieve high like high celerity. So, our high celerity you can also term as wave speed or speed of the wave. So, here with this large speed differential, so there is a large difference between base side to the crest. So, what will happen, the water mass associated in the base will generally comes up to the topmost layer, like to the crest of the layer. So, the water advances much faster than the celerity of the wave, you know that the wave will be having celerity. So, the celerity increases. So, the celerity increases, right. So, generally for the wave, but here due to the wave at the base side, the water will comes upward. So, here the base side celerity will increases decreases, such that the forward the crust will be forming striking, like it will be plunge shape. So, it will strike it, and it will cause the wave to plunge on the slope. So, by seeing this like figure, you can see that the pictorial representation, you can see that the water was on the beach slope, the base side will be moving upward, like the large mass water comes from the base to the upward part to the crest side. So, the crest side will form a steep curve, and it will punches the beach slope, and it will collapse, and it will create as it will break. So, that is the plunging breaking. The plunging breaker, we have to tell about the which one. The most important thing is self-similarity parameter, the self-similarity parameter. So, here the parameter which you are taking is self-similarity parameter. Here the it will be in between 0.4 to it will be 0.4 less than equal to this epsilon b less than equal to 2. So, this is the self-similarity parameter. So, coming to the plunging breaker. So, here we can see this plunging breaker parameter, which is taken from the real condition like ocean condition. So, how it will be generated. So, if you see this by seeing this pictorial representation, you can easily identify when you go to the beach, you can easily see what is meant by where that plunging breaker will occur. So, the second one is the pictorial representation of the plunging breaker. Here you can see that the steep curve will form at the crest of the wave profile, such that it will break upon the shore side, such that it will cause the erosion. This plunging breaker. So, the plunging breaker is very dangerous for the beach goers, because the energy will be like a sudden impact, it will get a sudden impact. So, the steep form will become, right, it will carry away the person to the beach. So, it will be very dangerous. So, the energy will be sudden, and it will also be concentrated at the particular place, and also due to the concentrated place, the erosion also will take place rapidly at the where that breaker the wave break occurs. So, due to that erosion will occur, and also we can find in the shallow water scoring, there is a term called scoring. So, the scoring effect will be formed at the where there some offshore structure will be there, right. So, the scoring will generally form due to these plunging breakers. So, the third one is surging breaker. So, surging, the term surging, you can define it like you can define the term like surge, it is having a force which is going into the forward direction, that is known as surging. So, here the surging breaker is means that which will goes to the beach slope without any loss of without any loss of energy in to a maximum level. So, here this occurs at, where does this generally occur? It occurs on steep waves on steep slopes. So, where we are having the steep slopes, you can find this steep waves or a surging breaker. So, generally along the steep rocky coast, it is generally observed that brakes do not break, they roll up and down along the rock face, and this process is known as surging. So, generally if it hit a rock, what it will do, it will not break, it will generally roll, and it will again go to the, it will extend that place, and it will goes with a minimum loss of energy. So, that is known as surging breaker. So, since surging breakers do not break off shore, so they do not lose energy, therefore, may run up the beach with force and distance. So, due to that, due to the minimum decrease of energy, so it will go to the beach slope, and it will go to some more extent of the beach slope. So, this can generally, these are the things we can suddenly comes under the beach shore when you have been sitting on the beach floor. So, you can generally find the surging where there are more rocks. So, the base of the wave surges up the beach, generating considerable foam. So, due to that it will gradually come, and the energy will be dissipated. So, it will come when it reaches to the maximum point, it will generate the foam. So, for this by using this by seeing this form, I mean this figure, you can say that the surging. So, when the surging is occurring, so it will take a very steep, I mean the steep will be low, but the water the wave profile, it will be like very huge, and it will goes to the, I mean it is having, so and I mean compared to the remaining water breaking waves, it is having more energy. So, it will goes to the more extent. So, here we have to discuss, we have to know about the surf similarity parameters. So, generally here it is having a more energy, such that the surf similarity will be more. So, here epsilon b is greater than equal to 2. We have discussed regarding the surging breaker, right. So, in surging breaker we have discussed, right, it is having so much of energy. So, there will be minimum loss of energy when it goes to the shore. So, that shore so the water which was going on the shore level, it is having more energy, right. So, such that it will go and it will bring back the gravels which are on the, granules which are on the beach. So, it will cause the soil erosion here. So, due to this is one of the main factor which is affecting for the soil erosion at the beach coast. So, generally you can find at the shore level, I mean where you are having that rocky areas, you can generally see this surging effect. So, when that surging effect surging breaker, when you can find the steep slope, you can generally find the surging, because at that levels, I mean rocky surfaces, you can find this, there is a more amount of scoring effect or this soil erosion will be occurred. So, this is the real life scoring, I mean surging figure. You can see that the surging breaker, you can it having a high speed compared to the remaining wave breaking waves. So, this is how you can discuss about the surging breakers. So, our last topic is collapsing breaker. So, the wave which you find, I mean the wave which is not considered, which does not comes into our category, that is known as, I mean which does not comes in the following categories, that will be termed as collapsing breaker. So, in collapsing breaker, what will happen? So, it is like a cross between the plunging as well as surging. We know what we have discussed regarding plunging, right. So, what happens in plunging? So, it will, the wave base will take the wave the water at the base level with the water there is a large transfer of water mass from the base to the crest of the water wave profile, that one, as well as the surging. You know surging, it is having a high energy in which it happens at the steepy slope at steep, and the wave profile will be steep curve. So, in which the curve never fully breaks, because due to that steepness, yet the bottom face of the wave gets steeper and it collapses. So, during that what happens? So, generally it collapses and it results in the foam. So, it is a mixture of both plunging breaker as well as surging breaker, such that you can find the collapsing breaker. So, we have discussed regarding the breaking of waves, right. So, so in this topic, wave mechanics, which is also known as wave hydrodynamics or marine hydrodynamics. So, by knowing this breaking of waves, we can generally it is generally used for the to find out how much what types of wave breaking are occurs at the coastal region. So, at different places this wave breaking will be occurring. So, generally we have know that this one wave mechanics helps in a very crucial role when determining the wave profile. It is useful for the studying of the waves generally. So, without the knowledge of wave mechanics, we can go for the designing structures or the effects which the forces which are affecting upon the ship structures, we cannot define that. So, by using this criteria, we can define the forces acting upon the offshore structures as well as the ship structures. By using this, we can if you want to get more information regarding that, you can go for UDNA 404 by Mr. Shamim sir, which he have told regarding the introduction to the marine hydrodynamics. So, in there you can find the basics. So, if you get the basics, you can go through this wave mechanics breaking of waves. It will be easy for you to understand, such that there will be so many terms. The main important we have to know is the terms which you are using in this wave mechanics. It will be very, these are this will be used for the real time scenario. So, we have to be very appropriate and we have to be very thorough regarding this regarding this topic. So, we also know that during the history the mankind is depending upon the oceans. It is all because it is having an enormous living as well as non living resources. So, it became, I mean, it is a life of, it's become a part of the human. We cannot differentiate this like marine or a living like ocean resources from us. So, we have depend upon, so we are making so many things to get from the oceans. So, such that we need facilities from the oceans, resources from the oceans, as well as recreational purposes, as per the speed, like traveling upon the oceans and transport and whatever. So, there are only so many things which we are going, like generally for building an offshore structure, such that we can know, we have to know the waves, the forces acting upon the waves, like offshore structure, such that we have to study the waves. And coming to the ports, so to building of the jetties, we have to determine the what types of waves are going. So, what types, so what we going to reduce the speed of the waves by building breakwater, such that by knowing all these terms we can differentiate our facilities as well as for the remaining purposes. So, this is the end of, this is the total summary of the wave mechanics. Thank you.